Hey everyone, and welcome back to the part 2 of this car game. And this is the part 2. In the first part we have seen the HTML and CSS part, okay, and in this second part we will see all the JavaScript code, and with the help of JavaScript we will add the functionality and all the complex functionality in this game. Alright, let me just show you how it will look after adding JavaScript. Okay, so this is the final looking car game which we are trying to make. So if you just click start, it will start the game, and you have to move this orange car with the help of your keyboard keys WASD. Okay, and you have to just dodge all the cars, and I just crashed, so it says game over. And if you just click OK, it will restart. And let me just play one more time, and if you just go out of the boundary also, it will says game over. So let me just do that. So yeah, as you can see here, it will say game over. Alright, so this is the car game we are going to remake here, and let's start with the video. Okay, so let's start our JavaScript, which is the main part. Okay, so first of all, let's add the functionality to move this orange car which is controlled by us. Okay, so first of all, let's add that, and to do that I will write window.add event listener, and I will write key down here so that we can identify which key we are pressing. Okay, I will write a function here, and I will pass an argument called x. You can take whatever argument you want. Then I will write some if else statement. So if x dot key code. Okay, so this is a format, to know which key am I pressing. So if it is 87, okay, so why it is giving an error? Alright, so we have to remove this. Okay, so yeah, so let's check it out. If the key code is 87, it will say W, because the key code of W is 87. Let me just test it out, and if I just press W here, so yeah, it says W. And let me just show you in the Google also. Okay, key code of W, you can see here the key code of W is 87. Okay, and let me just show you the key code of A, and you can see the key code of A is 65, and same for S and D. Okay, so yeah, let me just copy this down here 3 more times. For A I will write 65, then this will be our S 83, and then this will be our D. Okay, and I will just remove this alert from all of these. And what I will do next here, I will first of all create 2 variables. So first of all, let's say T, which will refer to top. So T will be equal to 15, and I will tell you why I am equaling it to 15. And I will also make another variable L, which tell us the left value. Okay, so this T is top and this L is left. So the reason for this T is equal to 15 here, let me just show you in the CSS. Okay, where is our my car? So as you can see here, the T is 15 VH because, and that's why we are giving it the initial value 15, but the left is 0, so we are giving it 0. And now with the help of these variable, we can change the position of this car. So what I will do, if anyone press W, okay, so if anyone press W, the car should go upwards. And to do that, I will write T will be equal to T minus something. Okay, why minus? Because that's only the car will move upwards in the website. So let's say -3. You can give like any value in depending on the speed. Okay, and then I will copy this, and I will write this in this one. This is the S1. Okay, so I will write here +3 because it will go down, and then whenever someone will press A, I will write L is equal to L minus, let's say 1, and I will do the same for this D1 and I will write plus here. Okay, we are not done yet, and now we have to write the document dot get element by ID, and I will write my car. Okay, then I will write style dot top here, and I will give it the value. Okay, let's add these, and I will say TVH, and I will do the same for L for the left values. Okay, and here I will write left. Alright, so, and this VH is not VH, it is VW. Okay, oh sorry, this is VH but this will be VW. Alright, so I think now it will work, so let's test. So I will just write, so yeah, as you can see here, I can simply move the car anywhere we want. Okay, so yeah, now one thing is done to move our car. Okay, alright, so let's continue. Now what we want, let's add the functionality to animate these enemy cars. Okay, so that it can move on their own, and also to change their position randomly. Okay, because if you see here, let us reload. Okay, so you can see here, after like going through the animation, they will teleport to a random position. Okay, not the same position again and again. So let's do that. Okay, so for that, let me just add the functionality of the start button. Okay, so whenever we will click the start button, then only the game should start. Okay, so to do that, I will copy this whole code, remove it, and then I will write document dot get element by ID, and I will write start, and then dot add event listener, and here I will write click. So whenever someone will click on that start button, then only the game should start. Okay, and here, and whenever someone will click that, the button should disappear. So I will write document dot get element by ID start, and I will write style dot display, and this display will be none. Okay, and now let's add those animations. Okay, so I will write document dot get element by ID road, road, then style, then animation, and this will be equal to road animation. Okay, because it is the name of our animation. Then I will write 20 seconds, then I will write linear and infinite. Okay, infinite. Let's save it and see if it works or not. So let me just click on the start button. So yeah, as you can see, the start button disappears on clicking, and the road animation is there. And I will copy this for all the enemy car animations. Okay, so let me just copy these 4 more times here, and now I will just eliminate this road here, and I will write enemy car. Okay, enemy car, and here it will be 1 2 3 4, and this one will also be, let's remove this road animation, and I will write e car 1, and this will be 2 here, 3 4, and the timing will be random. So let's say it is 3 seconds, it is 6, it is 5, and it is 4. Alright, so let's save it and see if it works or not. So let's start, and yep, as you can see, our animation is now ready. Okay, the problem is it will animate in the same position, because as you can see here, all the cars are moving at same position, and that's we don't want. Okay, so to do that, first of all let's add that our this one, okay, the movement of our orange car here. All right, now to add the random position here, I will write under this road animation, I will set an interval. Okay, set an interval, and this will take a function here, and this interval is for this enemy car 1. Okay, so this is for the first car, and we have to set the time equal to this animation time, which is 3 seconds. So I have to give it 3 seconds as well, so 3000 milliseconds, which is 3 seconds. Okay, now inside this I will create a variable called num, and I will write a random number here. Okay, so to get a random number I will write math.floor, and then I have to multiply it, and to get a like a random number between a minimum and maximum value, the formula is we have to write the maximum value, then the minimum value. Okay, then the minimum value plus 1 here, and then plus minimum. Okay, so this is the like formula to get the random number. Okay, and okay, so I have to also write here math.random. Okay, so yeah, and how we are getting this max, min, and this minimum. So we have to find the like the left value of this first car. So this is the first enemy car. All right, so let me just show you what I mean here. Let me just show you with the help of CSS. So I will come here in the enemy car 1 here, and as you can see the left value is 310 pixel. Let me just quickly do this. Okay, so you can see better, and if I just change this, if I just comment this, and I will write left is equal to 230. Let me just save. Okay, so nothing happens. Let me just do 330. So yeah, as you can see 330 is the maximum value, not 330, but 350 is the maximum value as it is on the edge, and the minimum will be 230. Okay, so let's see. So as you can see this blue car here can move from this to this position. Okay, that's only what I mean. So now we we know the minimum and maximum value, so we can just put that in there. Okay, so the maximum value was 350, and this is in pixel, so we are writing in pixel. Okay, and the minimum is 230. Okay, so 230, and now it will give, so after every 3 seconds this num value will be equal to any random number between 230 and 350. Okay, so I hope you get my point. And then we have to write one more line, document dot get element by id, and I will give the id of enemy car 1 here. Then I will write style dot left. Okay, because we are moving the left position only, not top or bottom. Okay, so I will write in backticks. Okay, num, and then pixels, because we are dealing with pixels. So let's see if it works or not. Okay, so I will do this, and I will click on start. So every 3 seconds this blue car should change its position. So yeah, as you can see it is here, now it is here, so it is working great. Okay, so let just reload it, and now we have to do the same for all 3 other cars. So let me just quickly copy these. All right, so now it is just simple copying and pasting. Okay, so this will be 3 and this will be for 4, and we have to also change this timing. So 654, so this will be 6000, this will be 5, and this will be 4. And we have to also change these like numbers. Okay, I have like noted all the numbers here, so I can just put it here. Okay, so this will be 150. So let me just write all these minimum maximum values. Right, so I have changed the values here for every single enemy car. Okay, so as you can see here, and now let's check if it works or not. So I will click start. Okay, and I can also move my car here, and you can see all these enemy cars are changing their position. Okay, which is great, and that's what we want. Alright, so now you can dodge them, but so yeah, the game is almost ready. The only thing is left to add this score here. Okay, and to detect the crash, because that is the main point of this game. Okay, because now it is not detecting any crash, so let's do that. Alright, so first of all, to detect any crash here, we can create a function of set interval again. Okay, so I will write here set interval, and it will take an arrow function, and we will run this set interval after every 100 millisecond. And what it does, it will check the crash after every 100 millisecond. Okay, because yeah, it will check after every 100 millisecond. Alright, so and in this interval only I will add the functionality of this score. Okay, so let me just quickly do that, and I will write document.get element by not animation element. Okay, oops, get element by id, and I will write score here, then inner text it will be equal to this score, then n. Okay, and what is this n? Let me just declare it here. So n will be a variable equal to 0, and this will be n plus 1. Okay, n plus 1, that's it. And let's see if it works or not. So whenever I will click start, so as you can see, the score is also increasing. So yep, so now the only thing left is to detect any crash. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so to do that, let me just show you one thing. I will come in this CSS part, and in the enemy and my car here, I will add a red border. Okay, red border on every car, so that I can explain you. Okay, so how we can detect any crash? So to do that, we can get the position of every this border. Okay, so we can get the position of this left border of my car, this right border, this top, and this bottom. So I can get all these 4 values, okay, of my car, and then also for all the enemy cars. So total 4 into 5, we will get 20 new variables. Okay, so we have to create 20 new variables. For each car, it will contain 4 variables, so that we can tell where every car is, and then we can detect any crash very easily. So what we'll do, we can just say whenever this left border of my car, okay, so whenever this left border is in between any these 2 borders. Okay, so if it is in between any 2 borders, and also this top one, if it is any between any 2 top and bottom borders of this car, then it will be a crash. Okay, so let me just quickly create all these 20 new variables, then we will apply the crash detection. Alright, so I will write var ecar 1. Okay, so this is for the enemy car 1, so this is for this blue one. Okay, here, so I will write the left value. Okay, so this is the left value. I will write math dot absolute, okay, to get the absolute value. Then I will write document dot get element by id, and I will write icar img1, okay, because we are dealing with this car image. Then I will write this function here, get bounding client rect. Okay, so with the help of this we can get the left value of that border. Okay, so in this way we will get this left value. Alright, so rect dot left. Okay, so yeah, in this way this e car left will be the value of this left border. And similarly I can quickly copy this down, and I can write it similarly for the right one and for the left top button. So let me just quickly do that for all the cars, so that in total we have 20 new variables. See here, I have written here 20 new variables for every single car. I have written 4 values. So this is for enemy car 1, e car 2, e car 3, e car 4, and this last one is for our car. Okay, and I have so in this way we can get exact position of any car. So after getting every single value, now we can write some if else statement to like detect any crash. So I will write here if my car left. Okay, if my car not my car, or let me just write if e car left is less than my car left. Okay, like I am doing this that my car left is in between e car left, e car 1 left and e car 2 left. That means this value here, this red border is in between these two red borders. So we are confirming that. Okay, so let me just write it here. So this left border here, it is in between these. Alright, so this is the way you can define that this value is in between, but in JavaScript you cannot write this way. Okay, so you have to write and then you have to write my car left. So in this way you can write anything which is in between. Alright, so and also I will cover this in a bracket here. Okay, then I will write or. Why or? Because this right border can also be in between any of these two borders. Okay, so I will just copy this one. I will just copy this and paste it here, and instead of this left I will write right. Okay, and here also this will be right. So in this way we are confirming that any of these two left and right borders are in between these two and left borders. Okay, so not only that, we have to also let me just confirm this in a bracket, and also we have to cover all this in a big bracket also. Then we have to write and now why we are writing and? Because let me just show you why. Okay, so first of all let me just show you whenever this will happen, let's create a condition here. Okay, remove this and here, and let's say an alert will appear which says game over. Okay, and let's test. Okay, and this is for this car 1 only. Okay, so make sure. So if I just get in the position, so yeah, as you can see here it is saying game over. So you are wondering why it is saying game over, because the car is far away. So let me just quickly explain you in the paint. Okay, so here we got this enemy car 1 here, and here we have our car. Okay, So we have written the condition that this right border here, okay, so this right border here will be in between these two borders. So let me just extend it. So if you can say, if I just extend it, you can see this right border is in between this one and this one, okay. So that's why it is giving this an alert. So now what we have to do, we have to also check the condition for this top and this bottom border, okay. So if these two, if any of these two is will be in between, then only it will be a crash. So what I mean by that, if this will be an enemy car and this is our car, okay, so now this right border is in between these two borders and this top one is also between these two one. So that's only it will give an like the alert which says game over, okay. So I hope you understand. Alright, so let's click on don't save. So now let's create that top condition as well, okay. I will write and I will paste it here, okay. And instead of this left right, I will write here top bottom here, oops, bottom, and this left one will be top and also top, okay. And let me just do that same for this one. This is top, this will be bottom, and this will be bottom as well, okay, bottom. So yeah, so now let's see if it works or not, okay. So let's click OK. Okay, refresh the page one more time. Alright, so now let's crash it in the car. So yeah, now it is working great and it says game over whenever we will crash into any car. So I have written all the code for all the different cars here, and I have also added this set timeout here for the alert, because to add some more time for the location.reload to work, okay, because it was not working. So let me just test it. So let me just crash into any one car. So yeah, as you can see here, it is working, and the only thing left is to detect whenever our my car is out of the road, okay, because now I can just move it outside, and yeah, I can just increase my score to infinite, okay. So now I can also go out of the boundary here, okay. So to do that, I will just write one more if statement, okay, the if statement I was talking about. And in this I have said if my car left is less than 300. This way, whenever our car will be outside this left border of the road, it will call the alert, okay, and the game will be over. And the same thing for right, top and bottom, okay. So these are the values I have got from testing in the CSS part, so you can do that on your own. And let's save it and see if it works or not. So let's start, and if I just go in the bottom here, so as you can see it, now I am out of the boundary and it says game over. Let me just quickly check one more time here. So yeah, as you can see here, I am outside the road a little bit and that says game over. Let's test the right one. So as you can see, it is working great. So yeah, this is how you can make this game on your own with the help of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I hope you enjoyed these two videos, okay. And if you haven't seen the part 1, make sure to see that before seeing this one, okay. And if you want more videos like this in future, subscribe to the channel and like this video. And that's it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one.